Hello students, welcome. In this particular lecture, we are going to study few CBSE pattern questions, around 10 questions on the chapter surface area and volume. So, we remember the formulae which we studied in this chapter, we also know the application, different type of application. Now, let us solve few questions. So, the first question is of 2 marks and it says the paint in a certain container is sufficient to paint an area equal to 9.375 meter square. How many bricks of dimensions 22.5 centimeter into 10 centimeter into 7.5 centimeter can be painted out of this container? So, first let us find the total surface area of the brick. So, total surface area of the brick if we want to find, let us see total surface area of a brick. We see that its length is 22.5, width is 10 and height is 7.5. So, length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height got twice. So, twice of 22.5 into 10, that is 225, plus 10 into 7.5, that will be 75, plus 22.5 into 7.5. Let us calculate 22.5 into 7.5. This is 25, 2 carry 12, 1 carry 10, 11. 5, 5, 25, 2 carry 12, then 1 carry 5 to 2, 11. 7, 5, 35, 3 carry, 7 to 14, 3, 17, 1 carry, 7 to 14, 15. So, this is 5, 7, 8, 6, 1, 2 decimal places here. Okay, students. Now, 168.75, let us write it here. Now, if we add them, 225 plus 75 is 300 and 300 plus this value, that is 468.75, twice it. So, you will get 0, then 5, 7 to 14, 15, 1 carry, 8 to 90, 8 to 16, 17, 1 carry, 6 to 12, 13, 1 carry, 4 to 8, 9, 937.5 centimeter square is the total surface area of a brick. Now, you have total surface area which you can paint is 9.375 meter square. So, how many number of bricks can you paint? Number of bricks that you can paint is the total surface area that we can paint, that is 9.375 by surface area of one brick. This is in centimeter square. We will change it into meter square. So, this will become 0.09375 meter square, students, because this will go 4 decimal places before. So, this is 0.09375. Now, what is the number we get? This comes here, then again comes here. So, 100. Number of bricks that can be painted with that amount of paint is 100. So, this is what we have to do, find the total surface area of one brick and divide the total area that we can paint by this one brick area. Second question says, find the total surface area of a cone if its slant height is 21 meter and diameter of its base is 24 meter. So, we have to find total surface area of a cone and its slant height is 21 meter. So, this is 21 meter and base diameter is 24 meter. So, radius can be said to be 12 meter. Now, we have to find total surface area. What is total surface area of a cone, students? Pi r L is the curved surface area plus pi r square is the base area. So, this will become pi into r, let us take common, and r is 12, L plus r inside. Pi is 22 by 7 into 12 and L plus r will be 21 plus 12. So, let us write it here. What will be 21 plus 12? That will be 33. So, 22 into 12 into 33 by 7. Now, you have to calculate it. You can do that calculation and find the total surface area. It will of course in meter square as the units are given in meter. Okay, students. Now, let us come to the third question, which is again of 2 marks. From question 1 to 3 we have 2 marks question. A conical pit of top diameter 3.5 meter is 12 meter deep. What is its capacity in kiloliters? Capacity means its volume. Volume in kiloliters and it is given in meter. So, you should also know the conversion between meter cube and kiloliters. Let us see that. First, let us calculate the volume in meters cube. So, volume is going to be of a conical pit is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now, radius is given 3.5 divided by 2, because 3.5 is the diameter. 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 is pi into 3.5 divided by 2 is the radius and its square, into height, that is 12 meter deep. This is 12. Now, what we can do? We can write it like this: 3, 4, 12, and this is 22 into 3.5 into 3.5 upon this is 2, and here it is 7 and 2 again, because it is square. So, 7, 5 is 35, this will become 0.5 here, and then what you will see, 0.5 into 22 is 11, 11 into 3.5 upon 2 into 2, 4. This we get till now. Now, we can calculate this. 3.5 into 11, let us calculate. So, 3.5 into 11, this is 35, this is 35 again, 385 at the decimal place here. So, 38.5 by 4. Let us simplify this: 4, 9, 36, 2 carry, 4, 6, 24, 1, 0, 4, 2, 8, 2, 0, 9.625 meter cube. Now, students, it is saying that find the capacity in kiloliters. If you remember the conversion which we discussed, 1000 liter is equal to 1 meter cube, and we also know that 1000 liter is equal to 1 kiloliter. So, can we say that 1 meter cube is equal to 1 kiloliter? So, we do not have to do anything. The meter cube here is nothing but kiloliter, because 1000 liter is 1 kiloliter also, and 1000 liter is 1 meter cube also. So, this is your answer in kiloliter. Let us see the next question, which is of higher marks. Let us see how much marks is it. It is of 4 marks. A metal pipe is 77 centimeter long. The inner diameter of a cross section is 4 centimeter and the outer diameter is 4.4 centimeter. So, and find its inner curved surface area, outer curved surface area, and total surface area. Total surface area is sum of these two, because here does not mean the top and bottom, it is an open pipe. So, total surface area is inner surface area plus outer surface area. So, let us find inner curved surface area. So, inner curved surface area we have to find. For inner curved surface area, formula is same, 2 pi r h curved surface area, but radius is inner radius. So, we will say 2 pi inner radius into height. What is inner radius? Inner diameter is given 4 centimeter. So, inner radius is going to be half of 4, that will become 2 centimeter. So, inner radius is 4 by 2, that is 2 centimeter. This is the cross section of the inner diameter into height, and height is given to us as 77 meter long. So, this is 77, 2 into 22 by 7 into 2 into 77, and the units are in centimeter. So, we will say centimeter square. 7 into 11 is 77. Now, 22 into 2 is 44, 2 into 11 is 22. Let us calculate 44 into 22, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 968 centimeter square. This is the inner curved surface area. Now, let us find the outer curved surface area. For outer curved surface area, the radius will change only. So, 2 pi radius is capital R, which I will put here, and height is same as 77 centimeter. So, the outer diameter is 4.4 centimeter. So, we will half this, we will get 2.2 centimeter. So, 2.2 centimeter is the outer radius. Now, let us calculate this. 7 into 11 is 77, 22 into 2 is 44, and here 2.2 into 11 we will do. So, 2.2 into 11 is 22, and 22, this will become 242. So, this will become 24.2 students. Okay. Now, let us multiply these two. 44 into 24.2. So, 44 into 24.2, 428, 428, 4 4 16, 1 carry, 4 4 16, 17, and 428, 428. So, 8, 14, 16, 10, 10648, 10648, and the decimal will be here, centimeter square. So what do we get? Inner curved surface, this is outer curved surface area, this is inner curved surface area. Add them and get the total surface area. So this is how we calculate inner curved surface area and outer curved surface area by taking different radii. One is inner radii, another is outer radii. In question number 5, in this figure, you see the frame of a lampshade. So this is a lampshade. It is to be covered with a decorative cloth all around it. The frame has a base diameter of 20 centimeter. So it has a diameter which is 20 centimeter and height of 30 centimeter. It has a 30 centimeter height. A margin of 2.5 centimeter is to be given for folding it over the top and bottom of the frame. So what we have to do when we want to wrap it with the cloth, we have some margin above it, some margin below it for the cloth, so that we can wrap it above as well as below. So can we say that actual length of cloth which we need is 30 centimeter height plus 2.5 centimeter for top plus 2.5 centimeter for bottom. So actual length of the cloth is 35 centimeter, not 30 centimeter, 2.5 above, 2.5 below also. For folding it over the top and bottom of the frame, find how much cloth is required for covering the lampshade. So if we want a cloth of length 35 centimeter and the base diameter is 20 centimeter, that is radius is going to be 10 centimeter, half of this. So can you tell what is the curved surface area? That is the area of the cloth which we need. So curved surface area is equal to 2 pi, that is 22 by 7 into r, that is 10, into h, that is 35 centimeter square, students. So this will become 7 5 35, 22 into 2 is 44, 35 into 5 into 10 is 50. This can further be raised 0, 5 4 22 carry, 22 21 22, 2200 centimeter square. That much of cloth we need to wrap this lampshade. Okay, students. Now let us come to the next question, which is again of 4 marks. So this was the 5th question. We are coming to the 6th question. A hemispherical bowl is made of steel 0.2 centimeter thick. The inner radius of the bowl is 5 centimeter. Find the outer curved surface area of the bowl. So the bowl has a thickness and it has a inner radius 5 centimeter. So can you tell what is the outer radius? If inner radius is 5 centimeter plus its thickness, so the outer radius is actually sum of 5 centimeter and 2.25 centimeter. So the outer radius is r is equal to inner radius plus thickness, that is 5 plus 0.25, that is 5.25 centimeters. Now we have to find the outer curved surface area. So what is the outer curved surface area here, students? Outer curved surface area is again for the hemispherical bowl. So for a hemisphere, the surface area, the curved surface area is 2 pi r square. So you will say 2 pi r square, which is actually 5.25 whole square. Centimeter square is the unit now. So we will calculate it and we will find the answer. Let us simplify it further. 2 into 22 is 44. Let us keep 5.25 and another 5.25 when divided by 7. Let us see what it gives. 0.7749 3575 35. So this is what we get. Now you can easily calculate this part. I am not calculating. That will give you the outer curved surface area of the hemispherical bowl. Let us come to the next question, students, which is the 7th question. A village having a population of 4,000 requires 150 liters of water per head per day. So one person in a day uses 150 liter of water. It has a tank measuring 20 meter into 15 meter into 6 meter. How many days, for how many days will the water of this tank last? So first let us find the volume of this tank. This is 20 into 15 into 6, 20 into 15 into 6 meter cube. So this will become 20 into 6 is going to be 120 into 15 and 15 into 120, if we calculate, we get 150 plus 30, 180, so 1800 meter cube. Now, the liter is given here, that one particular person in a day uses 150 liter. So, let us change it into liter, 1800 and again 30 to make it into liter, because 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liter. Now, for one person in a day, how much volume is needed? V dash, that is 150 liters, 150 liters of water. How many people live in that particular populated area? 4000. So, in a day, for population in a day, the volume is needed is V double dash is equal to 4000 into 150, which will become 15 into 4 is 60, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, like this. So, how many days this water will last? So, what we will do? Number of days is going to be equal to total volume 18, how many 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upon per day usage, that is 6, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So, here 5 0 and here again 5 0. So, let us cancel these 5 zeros and we will come to the answer 3. So, for 3 days this water will give the 4000 person their usage, the amount they want to use. This is for 3 days. Now, let us see the next question. This is the 8th question, again of 4 marks. A lead pencil, we all know it is a lead pencil, consists of a cylinder of wood with a solid cylinder of graphite filled in the interior. So, you know how is a pencil? There is a lid, there is a graphite in between, and outside there is a wooden cover. That is how we make a pencil. It is cylindrical in shape. The diameter of the pencil is 7 millimeter and the diameter of the graphite is 1 millimeter. So, major portion is by the wooden part. If the length of the pencil is 14 centimeter, find the volume of the wood and that of the graphite. So, we have to find the volume of the wood as well as the graphite. So, first let us see, 7 millimeter is the diameter of the pencil. So, what is the radius of the pencil? Radius of the pencil is 3.5 millimeter. The height of the pencil is given 14 centimeter, that is length. It is 14 centimeter, we can write it 140 millimeter. In millimeter we are taking everything. Now, if we want to find the total volume including the wood and the graphite, that is the whole solid area which we have. So, total volume is going to be pi r square into h, which is going to be pi r square is 3.5 whole square into 140 millimeter cube. This is not asked in the answer. What is asked? The volume of the graphite and the wood. So, volume of graphite. For graphite, that is having diameter only 1 millimeter. So, its radius is 0.5 millimeter. So, for that we will say pi r square h is equal to pi 0.5 millimeter square into 140 millimeter. So, it becomes millimeter cube. This is the volume of the graphite in millimeter cube. Now, if it is asked what is the volume of the wooden part. So, what you will do? You will subtract from the total volume the volume of graphite, and that will be the volume of wood. Now, here it is calculation. You can easily put pi 22 by 7, calculate this. Here pi 22 by 7, calculate this, get this as the answer. From this subtract this and get this also as the answer as volume of wood, students. So, here we have to understand the figure of the pencil, and we all know that figure, that there is a cylindrical lid inside and it is covered by a cylindrical wood. So, both of them combine to give the solid figure. This is of 6 marks, question number 9. The diameter of a sphere is decreased by 25%. By what percent does its curved surface area decrease? So, if diameter of a sphere is decreased by 25%, suppose initial diameter was di and final diameter is df. So, what they are saying, that df minus di upon di, that is the relative change in diameter, into 100, that is the percentage change in diameter. is 25. So this is itna percent change is 25% change, which means that df minus di upon di is equal to 1 by 4. What we can do, we can write df as rf by 2 rf, that is twice of the radius, here also twice of the radius, initial radius, here twice of the initial radius is 1 by 4. So we can also say here that rf minus ri upon ri is equal to 1 by 4. Now let us keep it as it is right now, and let us calculate the decrease in, and keep in mind here one thing is very important. Here we are subtracting initial diameter from final diameter. What does it happen? The diameter has decreased. So if the diameter has decreased, we should put a minus sign here, because the final diameter is less than the initial diameter. So for decreasing, we always put a minus sign. So don't forget to do this. This minus means there is a decrease. Now let us see what is the decrease in its curved surface area. So this is a sphere and its curved surface area is going to be 4 pi r square. So curved surface area decrease in percent we have to find. So what we will say, that the final curved surface area, so let us call it as FCSA minus initial curved surface area upon initial curved surface area into 100%. Now what is the formula for curved surface area of a sphere? It is 4 pi r square. So here we will write 4 pi r, this is final, so rf square, this is 4 pi ri square upon 4 pi ri square into 100%. 4 pi will of course get cancelled, and we will get rf square minus ri square by ri square into 100%. If there will be a decrease, automatically we will get a minus sign. Now this is needed and we have been given this. Can we write it like this, that rf by ri minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by 4? We will divide this ri with this ri and we get 1 here. So rf by ri is actually nothing but 1 minus 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. So let us call rf by ri as 3 by 4. Now after doing this, let us see the decrease here. The value which we have got is here. Now I start from here. This can be written as rf by ri whole square minus ri square will cancel 1 into 100%. Now can you say what is rf by ri? That is 3 by 4. So this will be 3 by 4 whole square minus 1 into 100%. So 3 by 4 is 9 by 16. 9 minus 16 is going to be minus 7. So minus 7 by 16 into 100%. So let us finally calculate the answer. The decrease in volume is there because there is a minus sign. Of course, if you will decrease the diameter, the surface area will also decrease. So this is 16, this will become 4 4 16, 4 2500. Now 425 into 7 is going to be 35, 3 carry 175 by 4%. Now let us divide. So 4 4 16 and 1 5 carry, 4 3 12, 3 0 carry, 4 7 28 and 2 0 carry, 4 5 20%. So the decrease in surface area of the sphere when there is a decrease of 25% in the diameter is 43.75%. So here already the word decrease is used. So we need not put minus here, we can directly say 43.75% is the decrease. If it is said what is the change, then we will say it is minus of 43.75%. Okay students, let us see the next question. It is also of 6 marks. The front compound wall of a house is decorated by wooden spheres of diameter 21 centimeter placed on small supports as shown in figure. 8 such spheres are used for this purpose and are to be painted silver, right. So these spheres are 8 in numbers and they have to be painted silver, and the diameter of the sphere is 21 centimeter. So, radius is 21/2. Each support is a cylinder. So, this is a cylinder, this is a cylinder of radius 1.5 centimeter and height 7 centimeter, and it is to be painted black. So, a sphere has to be painted silver and the wooden support which is cylindrical is to be painted black. Find the cost of paint required if silver paint costs 25 paise per centimeter square and black paint costs 5 paise per centimeter square. So, let us see. First we have to find the cost of silver paint. For that we know the surface area of this sphere. So, what is the surface area of the sphere? Let us see. Surface area of one sphere is going to be 4 pi r square, that is 4 pi r is 21/2 into 21/2, r square is this, 21 centimeter is the diameter. So, this will become 7,321. Here we can divide this these 2 with 4. So, 22 into 3 into 21. This is the area in centimeter square. Now, if there are 8 spheres, so for 8 spheres, what is the surface area, student? We will multiply with 8, 22 into 3 into 21 into 8 centimeter square. Now, the silver paint cost is given as 25 paise per centimeter square. So, the cost for silver paint will become 25 paise mean 1/4 rupees. So, we will do 1/4 here and change it into rupees into 22 into 3 into 21 into 8. So, this will become 428. So, finally, let us find the value. 21 into 2 is 42 and 42 and here it is 66. So, multiply 66 with 42. So, 6 to 12 1 carry, 6 to 12 13, 6 4 24 2 carry, 6 4 24 25 26, 2772. 2,772 rupees is required to paint these 8 spheres into a silver paint. Okay, students. Now, let us see for the support, cylindrical support, how much amount will be spent in that. So, it is given that height is 7 centimeter and radius is 1.5 centimeter. Since it will be painted in the curved surface area, so we have to find the curved surface area first of the cylinder, and there are 8 cylinders. So, first curved surface area of 8 cylinders, cylindrical support, let us say cylindrical supports. So, 8 into 2 pi RH, that is 2 into 22/7 into r is the radius which is given as 1.5 centimeter and height is given as 7 centimeter. So, we can directly cancel 7 and 7. Here it will become 8 into 1.5 is going to be 12 and 12 into 2 is 24, 24 into 2 centimeter square. Now, the cost for the black paint is 5 paise per centimeter square. So, cost of black paint, let us change 5 paise into rupees, that will be actually 5/100 rupees into 24 into 22 centimeter square. Now, let us calculate this. 24 into 5, that is going to be 120. So, we can write it like this, rupees 1.2 into 22. Now, this when multiplied 22 into 1.2, what do we get? 4 4 and again 2 2, 264. So, this will become 264 and a decimal here, rupees 26.4. So, only 26 rupees 40 paise is required for the wooden cylinders which are acting as the support here to paint them black. So, these were some of the questions which involve different type of application, students. That is all for this lecture. Thank you.